Ready? Hi. Hey, everybody. Welcome to JCBIY Events Talk Show. I am your host, Valencia M. And
I am Yvette, your co-host for today.
Hi, everybody. I'm Jordina. Welcome to JCBIY Talk Show. I am super excited today. As you can notice, I am in my kitchen right now because we are going to be treated today to a cooking session with the one, the only Miss Valencia M of Food for Life. And so you guys see Valencia each and every week as we bring different guests and as we sit and talk to people about just how they are impacting their lives, the lives of people in their community. And this is something that Valencia M does all the time, whether or not you ask her to or not.
Right.
yes,
She is and just believes in the power that food has over your body and your mind and your life. And so I'm super excited to be in the kitchen and cooking with her today. And so I'm going to turn it over to Valencia M.
Yay! So today we're going to be making jackfruit coconut curry with quinoa. And for anyone who is not familiar with quinoa, it's a grain, and I use it as a substitution for rice. The health benefits of it are amazing. There's a lot of protein and fiber, and more so than rice. And so that's why I like it. And for people who are diabetic, I think it's just a better way to go. You know, I'm not really crazy about brown rice, and white rice really is not healthy for you. Again, especially if you're diabetic. So I enjoy quinoa, and I use it for everything. I stir fry it, you know, I do all those same things that I would do with
Rice.
With rice, yeah. So what, Jordina?
I'm sorry, I'm laughing because the first time I had quinoa, first of all, it was not your quinoa. I had quinoa that I made, and I started calling it styrofoam, and I was completely turned off to eating quinoa. And then you made quinoa, and I was like, oh, what's this? This is good. And the second you said it was quinoa, I was like, okay, well, this clearly does not taste like mine. So I'm excited today that you're going to be making something with quinoa in it, period, so I can learn how to do it the right way, for sure.
Yeah, right?
Yeah.
So,
yeah, for me, I'm a rice lover. So
yes.
When the first time I had it with you, I was like, oh, I'm not going to try enough. You know, it's hard to teach an old gal new tricks. But I was like, I'm not gonna like that. I had it, and it was so yummy.
Yeah.
And so I'm just appreciative that my first experience was a good one.
Yeah.
Yes.
Because unlike other people, usually if I have a bad experience, especially with food, I won't do it again.
Yeah. You don't want to try it again.
Right.
Yeah. Well, the first time I made it, it was horrible. It was horrible. Yeah. And I'm like, oh my gosh, I had to do something wrong, because there's different kinds. I like the colored ones, like there's red quinoa, there's just like the regular quinoa. So and just for me, like, you eat with your eyes. Yeah. So you know what I mean? First. And then
wait, what does that mean? You eat with your eyes?
Eat with your eyes, because if it doesn't look appealing, you don't want it. That's true. If it doesn't smell right, like with chitterlings, I've never liked them. And they smell bad, they look bad, and they taste bad. But I've had so many people tell me, oh, you haven't had mine. Right. And I'm like, all right, I'll try them. But let me tell you, I cleaned them one time, and I was like, I will never ever. I don't want that stuff. So yeah, so you eat with your eyes. And so for me, like, I like for my food to be vibrant. I like the color. Yeah. At least it needs to look appealing, so that, for people who think that healthy eating is bland, I'm always rolling my eyes up in my head with that. It's not bland. They have to have something that at least looks good, so that they'll try it. So yeah, so that's my thing.
I'm so glad you said that, though, because I think a lot of times people equate healthy eating with bland, like you said, bland food or
Right.
food that doesn't taste well. And I think what's important as someone who made major food changes and life changes in terms of what I eat, I like to eat. Let's be clear, okay?
Yeah.
I like to eat
Yeah.
and I want to eat good food.
Yeah.
And so it's like with anything, if you have someone who makes macaroni and cheese and it tastes awful, well, then you're going to be turned off to that macaroni and cheese until you have good macaroni and cheese. And it's the same thing. Like I wasn't opposed to trying quinoa again because I had a bad batch of quinoa. Like I didn't make it right. And so the reason I'm excited about you teaching us, and making something with us today is that people need to know that eating healthy doesn't mean you have to substitute or sacrifice good taste.
Yes. Yep. That's so true.
Yeah, that's true. That's very, very
Yeah,
true.
I think that's important. So these are ingredients. I put the ingredients on. So I'm hoping that everyone will write these down, pause the video, that at some point everyone will try to make this meal along with Valencia M. And we are just super excited. I think the other thing too, Val, that's important for everybody to say or for everybody to know, you are not a chef. You are not a trained chef. You are not a licensed chef. And so once again, you are someone who enjoys to cook. Don't get me wrong. You love to cook and you're great at it, but you're not a chef. And so I think people need to know that, your message about eating healthy isn't necessarily coming from a chef who's going to make these, glamorous meals every day. Like these are meals that everyone can make. You know what I mean? You don't have to be a trained chef to make these meals.
No, I go online and I look for recipes and I kind of
implement your own
thing. So like the original recipe of this called for flour, and I didn't really want to use flour, so instead I used tomato paste because that's a thickening agent also.
Okay.
And so I think that was probably the only thing that I substituted for anything. And I always,
and the oil you got rid of. I think they were using good old like canola oil and vegetable oil.
Yeah, and I do avocado oil because of the smoke point. It's good for cooking at higher temperatures. And vegetable oil is just not good to cook with. And I don't really use canola oil because that's a GMO. So it's like I want something that's more that's more natural. Avocado oil doesn't have like a flavoring like coconut oil does. So it's true too. So it's not gonna affect the flavoring of the recipe.
The dish.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
Okay.
these are all things that I've learned over the years and everything. And because I do enjoy cooking, and I do plan on going to culinary school after I finish doing, some schooling that I'm doing right now. But I just enjoy cooking, and I always do it with love. So, and I want to make sure that the people that that taste my food know that I'm doing it from a place of love. So
But then you should have just came here and cooked it instead of making me cook it myself.
You a mess, okay?
That's how I would have felt the love if you had just come here and cooked it for me. That's how
I know.
Well, I'm excited.
We're getting it together.
I'm super excited.
All right.
I am. I'm excited. So, all right. So I'm going to go ahead here. At this point, we can stop sharing the recipe with everybody. I've gotten all my ingredients ready so that we have an opportunity to do this. And then I know you guys are going to make a move here to the kitchen as well. And so we have an opportunity to get cooking. All right, so we'll go ahead. We'll give you guys a chance to go ahead and slide over to the kitchen, and then we'll go from there.
Okay.
I'm biting on toes.
All right, we are back. We're in the kitchen. I'm washing my hands so we can get started.
Yeah. Okay, let's get our hands washed. Come on. You ready to wash your hands? All right. So we're getting our hands washed up and ready to begin our cooking. So I've chopped up like everything pretty much. Jordina is going to be like demonstrating how to chop up some of the ingredients, and we'll get started. Okay.
All right.
I'm washing my hands.
I think it's funny that washing your hands now is like a big thing during this pandemic.
Yeah.
It's like you always have to wash your hands. Like, how you gonna cook food for people and not wash your hands?
And not wash your hands. And I think about like tasting and stuff. So like when I'm cooking for other people, like I always have a spoon and then I wash it. Like I can't.
Well, I'm a glove person. I love using gloves when I cook.
Okay, yeah,
I'm a glove person. I am a glove person.
That's a good thing too.
Because I usually do get those acrylic nails put on my fingernails.
Okay, yeah.
And when you don't naturally grow them out, it's like a different feeling.
Yeah.
So,
I guess
I'm a glove person.
Yeah.
All right. So what are we starting with here?
So we are going to start with the oil. Okay. Well, no. So you're chopping, right? So
yes, I'm gonna chop some things here.
So we need the yellow onion, and that is diced.
So I went ahead and already chopped up my onion. So I got a small onion that I chopped up. Okay. So I chopped up my onion.
Okay. And we need garlic. So 3 cloves of garlic.
So it's funny because I was like, when we were talking about the ingredients, and one of the ingredients that you had was fresh garlic. And I was like, well, why can't I just use minced garlic out of the good old McCormick mix or garlic powder, right? Because because Vet said we could just get minced garlic. So why?
I said that.
Why do I have to get fresh garlic?
Yeah, why not?
I always like fresh garlic. You know, everyone who knows me knows that I'm a little radical, and so like I used to watch Netflix had this series about food and everything, and I think it was called Rotten. And so I saw like the segment about minced garlic, because I used to buy minced garlic, and it came from, I don't know, like an Asian, place, and people who were incarcerated were responsible for mincing the garlic, because that's where it comes from, or whatever. They're grown. And when they talked about like the quota that the prisoners have to make, and the fact that like their hands are wet for 12 hours out of the day, and so their fingernails are soft or coming off and stuff like that, I just was like, I don't want to do that.
No, thank you.
And so like I keep saying, all the things that I've learned from John Carr being my vocal coach, that we're all connected and linked together. That makes a difference to me, and I don't want to have anyone going through those kind of things for me to have convenience. So it's good for me to, I'm good. I mean, you can always do a garlic press. Hold on, let me show you this, okay? 'Cause I don't.
So wait a minute. So you get ready, I'm getting ready to go old school, right? With my clove of garlic here. Right. And I'm getting ready to smack it by my hand, and she got
I do, but I don't use it as often, because I really enjoy like, doing all the stuff that goes with it. For whatever reason, I do. So there's a garlic press. You can do that.
Right. So she don't need a sous chef then. It's just us that need the sous chef.
Okay, so out of the garlic that I have, you said I need 3 of these cloves, right?
Yes.
All right. And so I already cut up 2, but I figured I'd show everybody because you taught me today.
So we're mincing, okay?
I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna just kind of smash.
Yeah, you got it.
And that allows the whole peel and everything to come off, right?
Yeah.
And then I can go about chopping it up and mincing it and all that good stuff.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Okay. All right. So I'm going to go ahead so we can keep moving things along here. So I've already got 2 cloves that are minced, and I'm going to mince the 3rd one here while you're talking. So what's after the garlic? What are we doing here after?
After the garlic, we need ginger. So like one of the little, nub of ginger, we need a teaspoon of ginger. And we need curry powder.
I got a question about ginger.
Yes.
Same thing. Can I just buy the ginger? Okay, no.
It's not the same. It's not the same.
Right.
It's not the same.
So with
I'm not saying that
ginger,
your recipe will be good. I mean, it'll taste good, but it's different when you have
Okay.
fresh.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's the whole object to eating healthy and
Yes.
changing your
Mhm.
way of eating,
Mhm.
I think, is to, you know, try to be more as natural, get the fresh
Yeah.
ingredients,
Organic,
yes.
as much as you can.
Yeah, because
you
a lot
know?
of people will buy fresh
Mhm.
and don't realize also that, because you taught me this,
Mhm.
that just because it's fresh, what was it, how did it grow? What did they use
Yeah. Mhm.
on those?
where did it come from?
Yeah,
Right.
where did it come from? Mhm.
Right.
Those are all things. Yeah, we
Right.
have to ask those questions
Right.
Yeah.
in our, in this world
Yeah.
today.
So
All right. So
organic.
I got my
definitely
minced
use organic.
garlic.
Mhm.
Same thing. I had fresh ginger, which I peeled like a potato. So this is my piece
Yeah.
of ginger
Yep.
here.
Mhm.
So now, what am I doing with this ginger?
So now you're gonna slice it,
Okay.
and then you're gonna chop it up the same way you did with the garlic.
So I'm mincing the ginger as well.
Mhm.
Now, how much of this does the recipe, Lord? Okay.
I
How
know.
much does the recipe call
It
for?
calls for a teaspoon of it.
Okay.
And
so how do I know, like, how much, I guess?
Girl.
Oh, ginger is hard to cut through.
Yeah, some pieces can be a little bit harder.
Yeah, some pieces.
Yeah.
Does that mean that it's good? Lord, my ginger fell. Okay.
That's enough. That's enough right there. You good.
Okay.
You can just chop that. Mm-hmm.
And then start mincing this as well.
And then mince that. Yep.
Okay.
Mm-hmm. Take it all just like that. Yep. That's good.
Okay. I gotta tell you though, it does make a difference when you get food that I always equate it with, like, food that expires, right? Like when you have food that will last forever, or you have ingredients that
right
you can leave for 5 years, that just doesn't seem healthy to me.
Right. There's something not right about that.
Right.
If there's no expiration,
right.
like, yeah.
So I think it's
I'm not comfortable with that.
Yep.
Not
Okay.
comfortable at all.
So
And
I chopped up,
and your jalapeno. Yes, make sure you got your jalapeno.
okay, so I chopped up my ginger. And now I've got to deal with this jalapeno. So let me just say this. I don't mind spicy things, but I don't like really spicy.
Okay.
So I guess my question is, how do I know whether this is a spicy one or a really hot one? Or, like, is there a rule with when you go to buy these, like, stay away from the red ones or the yellow ones?
Right. The jalapenos are like more of the mild ones, yeah.
Okay.
Because you have like habanero, you have those, like, that's like one of the hotter ones.
Okay.
So it's like, there's a oh gosh, what's the list? There's like a degree of spiciness list. I can't remember what it's called though. We'll have to figure that one out. But yeah. So and you just want to I take a little spoon and I just kind of gut that part out. So you want to take the seeds out if you don't want it too spicy.
Right.
You'll still get, it's like it's mild and it's subtle when you don't have the seeds in.
Okay, well, I'm gonna take the seeds out.
Okay. Yep. I did too, because June is my husband, he does not like spicy stuff. So
okay. All right, so
and
my
do.
seeds are out.
Yeah.
I'm gonna wash my hands though, because I
don't want. Yeah. You did both sides, both halves.
Okay.
Yeah, make sure, like, when you're handling peppers like that, you want to make sure you wash your hands, or you can handle it with gloves and not have to worry about. Because if you touch your eyes after that, I'm telling you, your eyes, your mouth, your nose, you're gonna be like, ooh.
Everything will be on fire.
Yeah, it will. Okay. It affects it all.
All right. So now what's next? All right. So I'm slicing my
all that
long ways.
All right. And we've got our
Do I keep them in long strips, or do I go ahead and
No, you want to chop them. You're kind of like mincing them also. Yeah. Okay. And then we got jackfruit. I didn't do canned jackfruit. I did the boxed jackfruit. because the place that I go to, that's kind of like what they have. But it looks like little pieces of meat. You see that?
Yeah,
that's cool. Like,
so this was what we ended up going with. I know it's probably like a little bit of a
yeah.
Jackfruit,
yeah.
A little bit of the jackfruit. So
Yeah.
this is just an organic jackfruit, which comes, like you were saying, kind of cubed, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So I've never had jackfruit before. I've never had.
What is it?
Jackfruit. Well, I know its origins were in Malaysia, and so I did some research.
Okay.
On the health benefits and so forth and so on, and it also says that it's good in vitamin C and B, very good, high in potassium and magnesium.
Okay.
And also that it's low in calories.
Yes.
Okay. It has not a lot of calories, 2 grams of fat per 1 cup of jackfruit.
Okay.
So that's
cool. Okay.
pretty, pretty good for, substitute meat, I guess you would say.
Yeah, it's a substitute for meat. I mean, for me, there's nothing like beef.
Right.
Okay. But beef is, even though I like beef don't like me.
Right.
And so
right.
I'm staying away from it. This, that's a portion. I don't subscribe to any one way of eating. I'm not calling myself a vegan or a vegetarian or a pescatarian. I eat how I want.
Yeah.
And according to what my body responds to. And we're all different. Yeah. We're all our makeup is different. So what may work for me may not work for you.
Right.
And so it's a matter of figuring out what it is. I know that dairy is not my friend. When I have dairy, first of all, my skin is horrible. Mm-hmm. My eczema flares up. I just have other issues with it. And so it's not worth it to me to have that in my diet regularly. Yeah. Not saying that I won't, like cow's milk is something that just bothers my system. I can do goat's milk or goat's cheese or sheep's cheese more so. But still, that's not something that I'm going to do on a regular basis. So that's my decision. And so everyone has to kind of like figure out what works for them. Okay.
Yeah, I mean, I gave up the dairy. My joints, I had really bad inflammation with having lupus. And so having real bad joint pain. So I gave up the meat. I gave up meat. I gave up dairy. But like you were saying, I don't seek out substitutions because like when people say, oh, I had this vegan cheesesteak, it tastes just like a cheesesteak. Let's be clear, okay, Pumpkin? I've had a real cheese steak before. Right. This is a great sandwich. Yeah. Don't get me wrong. It's a good tasting sandwich. But don't tell me it tastes like
right.
No, not no Philly cheesesteak now.
Exactly.
Yeah. Okay.
And so I've heard people compare the jackfruit, like they do it like pulled pork, and I'm sure it's a great sandwich, like that it tastes good like that with pulled, like like pulled chicken or pulled pork.
Right.
But I don't compare things. Like I don't say, oh, that tastes like, no, because I've had pulled pork. And I know what real pulled pork tastes like.
Okay. Right.
Right. It's not that.
Right. Because it's almost, you set yourself up for a letdown. That didn't taste like pulled pork to me.
Right. Let it stand on its own. Like this is an amazing jackfruit sandwich or an amazing jackfruit dish.
Yes.
Don't do it that way. So.
Yeah, because what you get is the barbecue sauce on some jackfruit, and then you get the slaw and the bread. And it's like, but that still ain't the pork.
Right.
Okay. Right. And that's the whole point of that.
Yeah,
okay.
Right. The whole point of the sandwich is the pork.
Yeah.
All right. So let's get cooking because now I'm getting hungry.
Ready? Let's ready? Cooking? Okay, let's do this. Go ahead. All right. So the first thing I'm gonna do is turn my eye on, and I usually do like medium high, to get it started, and I'm going to use my little avocado oil. I think the recipe calls for like maybe 1 tablespoon of avocado oil.
Okay.
I don't really measure, so.
Oh, see, this is where I go horrible because I don't know what a pinch is or a dab.
Yeah, you measure that thing. Measure it, girl.
I'm gonna measure because I don't
gosh.
trust myself.
So I'm just gonna coat the whole pot right there with that.
Okay. And I'm using my big saucepan, right?
Yeah, and not the saucepan, but the pot.
Pot, that's what I mean. I'm sorry.
The pot.
You can tell people that don't cook all the time.
I know, child. It's all right. It's okay.
Right.
I still love you, Sissy. I still love you.
Right.
Listen, I make reservations very well. Don't get
Yes, yes, you do.
But
I'm a witness.
this pandemic has been good for me, though. I have been baking and cooking and seeking recipes. So this has been very good for me. So
Okay.
I'm excited.
What were you saying?
I was gonna say. So again, this recipe is what?
What do you mean?
It's called what?
Oh, it's jackfruit with coconut curry, and quinoa.
Okay.
And I love curry.
Yes.
Oh.
I love curry.
Yes.
In the Caribbean community.
Oh my goodness.
Curry is used on everything.
Yeah.
And most people think it's spicy.
But it's not.
Hey, you guys, we lost your sound for a second. Hey, Val, we lost your sound.
What is going on?
There we go. Okay, you guys were muted.
Curry, man, has been such a good, seasoning or what we call herb or spice or whatever for me, because I've noticed that I did some research on that too.
Yes,
I'm a researcher.
Tell us, girl.
You can't just tell me anything.
Yes.
But curry.
Hey, wait a minute for a second, Vet, because my avocado oil doing things. What am I supposed to put in here?
You put the onions. Let's put the onions in. It's going to be like
I'm sorry.
Yeah, let's put the onions in. Okay. Yep, and we're
Sorry,
going to
Vet.
saute those.
Listen, I'm sorry. I'm like, I got to.
So that means sauteing means that you have to stir it, okay?
Oh, is that what saute means?
Yes. You don't just leave them sitting there. You got to stir it around. Stir it around a little bit, okay?
Stir around. Well, the curry is very, very good in inflammation.
Okay.
The turmeric in the curry is actually what helps in the inflammation for it.
Wow.
Of the curry. Yes. It also combats an Alzheimer's disease.
Yeah.
People having Alzheimer's.
That's awesome. Yeah.
Yes, and your digestive system, the curry also is a calming agent for your digestive.
I love that. Because a lot of people need help with that.
A lot of people need help with their calming. I had it was called irregular bowel syndrome, excuse me.
Really?
But
IBS.
Yeah. I used curry and some of the, as one of the ingredients for some of the foods that I was using regularly I didn't go to the doctor. Well, I did go to the doctor. He told me that. But he gave me some healthy ingredients to use.
Okay.
And
so
I fell in love.
Medication?
He did, but I wasn't trying to take that. I fell in love with curry.
All right.
See, but you just said it, Vet. Where'd you go, Vet?
Right here. I'm here.
Oh, okay. I said, you know what? You just said it though. A lot of times they want to put you on medication. When the reality is, and this is something that Valencia M has taught me, is that you can seek out alternative foods. Like, like you're telling us the benefits of curry. I mean, you talked about turmeric. I've been drinking now turmeric teas and ginger and turmeric teas because you try to get the things that you need without having to pop pills. And so I know a lot of people don't want to spend the money on fresh ingredients, but if you don't, then you're just going to spend the money on medication.
That's right. And come to find out, basically, what my problem was that the bacteria levels wasn't, adding up together. And turmeric seemed to calm it down. The curry and the turmeric that was in the curry, it calmed it down for me. Yeah. So
I like cooking with y'all because usually I'd be impatient by now and already throwing something else in the pot.
Well, we're sauteing the onions for like 5 minutes. For 5 minutes. I can't with you.
Yeah, you got to give me a due time. I'm like, ain't this done?
I know.
Like, what else
we got 2 minutes, okay? And then we're gonna put the other ingredients in there, okay?
But that's why I need to cook with y'all all the time. But I think that this is good, and I'm gonna encourage Valencia M. I've been saying I think she should do cooking sessions.
So that's good that you're saying that because I I would not know how long to stand there over top of these onions either, because I mean we have the ingredients and stuff like that, but how long does it actually take
Right.
to do these things? So that was a good point you just made.
Yeah.
Right there,
Well,
Georgina.
I'm gonna put just like a little bit of salt in for the onions right now, just because it kind of makes them sweat and gives them a little bit more moisture, and like I just like to layer my flavors. Right. Yeah. So just not a whole lot.
Learn about.
Just go around with like once or so.
My sister brought me these.
I love it. Love it. Love it. Love it.
And listen, it goes.
With a light. So you can't put too much in there because it has a light on it.
That's it. Yep.
Right.
Let it go. Let it go.
No, but you know what? This is my issue. I either over season, or I under season because I'm afraid of over seasoning. And so I like that term you just used, like layering in the seasoning. It is okay for me to like I always usually feel like I have to put everything in and then season.
The same time. You don't have to. Yeah.
So now we're gonna put all the other stuff in. So we're gonna put the garlic, the ginger, and the what do you call it? The jalapeno. Okay. We're gonna put that in and let them saute for like a minute or so.
Okay. So I got my garlic in. Let me add my ginger in. Ginger is strong smelling.
It is. Yes,
it is strong.
Now, I have a couple seeds left here in my jalapeno. I'm hoping
it's all right. It's gonna be okay. You're gonna be all right, girl. You're gonna be okay.
Oh, Lord, please don't whip my feet.
You're gonna be all right. Oh, God.
I start getting all red everywhere. Like.
So with the ginger being strong and also curry is strong, that's why I've seen in the ingredients you have a recipe for the coconut milk, because that dyes. Once again, my Caribbean family taught me a lot of these things when you're eating those things, because you definitely have to dye that down some, because it can be strong on your stomach as well.
Oh, it just opened up my sinuses, I'll tell you that.
Turn down the heat a little bit, okay? Turn it down to like maybe 1 or 2. Okay.
All right. Okay. I was just gonna tell you, it's starting to.
Yeah, because we don't want the garlic to brown. When the garlic browns like that, it's kind of burnt, and so it'll give off more of a bitter flavor. Yeah, you can. Okay.
These seasonings got my nose open.
Okay, I know,
can you
right?
See that?
Look at that. Okay.
You can see that?
Yes. Okay.
Oh, it smells equally as good.
It does.
Smells good. Listen to him. All right, so let's put the jackfruit in too. Let's get that in.
Really? It's time for the jackfruit?
Yep, we're gonna get that jackfruit in there.
Did I need to like drain it or something? Or?
No, you shouldn't have to drain anything.
Okay.
Okay. We're gonna put the tomato paste in.
Oh, tomato paste.
I gotta tell you, these seasons got my nose open, man.
Oh yeah.
And I'm sorry, what do you want me to put in next?
So we're gonna put wait, you know what? Before the tomato paste, we're gonna put the curry. We're gonna put the curry in.
Oh, curry.
Yeah.
Okay.
Put the curry on, and we're gonna saute that. Okay.
All right. So I put the jackfruit in, and now I'm adding my curry.
Yep.
Okay.
Like 2 tablespoons.
Are you okay? And so
girl,
we were speaking earlier about this tomato. What were we talking about? The tomato paste earlier today?
Oh yeah.
Oh no! Let me tell everybody what happened. So we were getting our ingredients ready for today, and Valencia M bought me a can of the diced tomatoes, and I was like, oh no, I already have a can in the pantry, and so it was literally the same brand. I mean, it's literally the same brand, and the one that she brought me is no salt added, and the one that I had in the pantry didn't say no salt added. Right. So the first thing, here she go, food for life, right? She says, let me see how much sodium is in the no salt added. So there was 20 milligrams of sodium in the no salt added. in mine, the one that's had salt added, guess what? 200 milligrams of sodium.
Wow.
So guess where this is going?
I can't help it, Jim.
I'm done.
All
I'm done.
right.
Trying to kill me out in these streets here.
All right, what's wrong with that, people?
Yes.
Okay.
And Valencia, I'm so thankful for you because you have been a big advocate of reading what you're putting in your body.
Yeah.
So I appreciate that
Wait,
so
what's she
much.
adding? She adding tomato paste?
Yeah, let's
Yes.
put the tomato paste in there.
Mhm.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I definitely appreciate that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Look at that. That's a lot.
Yeah.
That's a big difference.
It really is. All right, just stir it around a little bit.
My heat is still low. Or did you want me to turn it back up?
Yeah, you can turn it back up. I just didn't want the garlic to burn.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So we're gonna do the diced tomatoes.
Do I need to drain them or you want the juice from them in there?
No,
too?
we want the juice. We want the juice.
Okay.
Because of tomato paste, it's gonna thicken everything.
Yeah.
So we want to make sure that we have that juice from that.
All right, so I'm adding my no salt added.
Right. Right.
Okay.
Okay.
And we're gonna add, just go ahead and stir that up.
Okay.
Okay, we want to stir it up. And we're gonna add our coconut milk.
Ooh. Ooh.
Yummy, yummy.
Yeah. Okay.
I can add the whole can of coconut milk.
Yep, the whole can.
So
And
once
you'll see it
again,
thick.
you went with unsweetened organic coconut milk. So it's unsweetened. Why unsweetened versus sweetened?
Because if it's sweetened, usually there's more sugar added to it, and we already have an issue with sugar addiction throughout our country. Okay.
All right.
Yeah.
Love it.
So I don't want to add that. So now when you're stirring it up, do you feel the thickness of it? You feel how thick it is?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's starting to thicken up a little bit now as I'm stirring it for sure.
Yeah, that's it. So what we're gonna do is add some of the vegetable broth. And so, like I said, like I always.
I was getting ready to say.
Yes.
Don't tell me add some.
Okay. So I'll say this is something that I can't remember, some recipe or something that I read. Like you can always add to, but you can't take from.
Right.
So when you over season or over liquidate something or whatever, you can't take it from it, but you can always add to it.
Okay.
So add a little bit, and as you go, you feel the consistency, whether it's thickening up more. If you need more, you can pour a little bit more in there. So start with a cup because you got a pot. You know what I mean? So start with a cup of the vegetable oil.
So we're gonna use good old vegetable broth, right? We're using the vegetable broth.
Yeah.
I felt that.
Mm-hmm.
So let me tell you, one of the things as being a single person, sometimes you get like these big bottles of stuff and you feel like they go to waste. I thought like now they're making like little individual.
That's so cute. It's so cute. I like it.
I love it.
Right? Oh my gosh.
I'm her little helper over here.
All right, my sous chef right here. My sous chef. Okay.
I'm just listening.
All right.
Valencia M don't need a sous chef. I'm the
I know, but
you should have been here as my sous chef.
I know, right?
Oh gosh.
All right.
Oh yeah.
You feel it?
I feel it.
It's loosening up a
It's
little
loosening
bit.
up,
Okay.
Yep.
So I don't want it like too runny. I still want it to have like a little bit of a thickness to it.
Right.
Because we're gonna, it's a stew kind of. And so we're gonna put it over top of or on the side of the quinoa.
Okay.
Yeah. And guess what? And you know what? I forgot to tell everybody. Quinoa is like really filling. So I remember you were talking about, so is the food that you make, is it filling?
Right.
So that's the thing. When you eat whole foods, you don't need as much. Yeah. You really don't.
That's
you
true.
get full faster, and the benefits of it is tremendous. Yeah. You know, I get plenty of fiber out of that and protein. I don't need meat to give me the protein that I need, and I don't have to take supplements for it either. I can get it from every fruit, every vegetable that you eat pretty much has protein in it. Right. I have a hemp seed protein powder that has plenty of fiber in it, so I don't have any issues with my digestion or my intestines. So I go every day like I'm supposed to. All right.
Well, but you know what's so funny? We are in a society where we're used to huge portions of food. And even Val and I went for her birthday. What was it? God, has it been 3 years now? 2 years ago? When we went to Europe. Your portions are smaller, but you do get full so fast because the foods are natural and it's rich, and we're so accustomed to. Are you full? Are you still hungry? And it's like
right, yeah. So true. So true.
Massive portions.
So how's the thickness? How's the thickness of your
It's good. I don't want to go. Okay. I don't think I want mine any thinner either.
Yeah.
I think
that's good.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right.
I'm excited.
So what we're gonna do, because I'm letting it, I turned it up just a little bit more to like medium.
Okay.
So once it starts to like boil, then I'm gonna cover it, and we're gonna let it simmer and we'll turn down the heat.
Mm-hmm. So I can stop stirring right now.
Yeah, you can start stirring. Mm-hmm.
So let me ask you a question. So basically, the flavor, I mean, because it opened up my sinuses. We had onions, we had ginger, we had
garlic, so good.
We had curry. Yes. We put a little bit of salt in the onions. Do we need pepper or anything? Because right now, since I've been giving up salt, I've been peppering stuff to death.
Yeah.
But if I need pepper,
you can put some pepper in it. Yeah. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna put a little bit of salt and pepper in here also.
Okay.
And then put the lid on it once it starts to boil. Yeah. And kind of come back to it once we have to, because we're gonna pull the jackfruit apart.
Oh, okay.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Okay.
So do you want me to add my salt and pepper now, or wait for it to start to boil?
Go ahead and do it now. Okay. Do it now. Mm-hmm.
Wait a minute. Hold on. Wait for the light again.
The light.
Know, right? Come to the light, Karen. I know, right? I love it too.
So now let me ask you a question, Val. So I really have not been using salt. Now I'm using pink Himalayan salt, but I really don't use salt. Obviously, I don't have any blood pressure issues. I don't take blood pressure medicine. I don't ever want to. So because we had no salt added, even if I put salt in here, it's still not going to be like that 200 milligrams that was in my cake.
Not. Yeah.
That's what's crazy, right?
Yeah. It's totally different. It's a totally different effect when you add your own seasoning and your own sodium. You just want to try to stay away from that. The only thing is because I see people like they buy low fat diet. Like those things you just kind of want to stay away from.
They're lies,
because most of the time if it's no fat or low, what is it? Low sodium. Then it may be loaded with sugar. Yeah. So you kind of have to look at everying. You got to check everything. Check those labelings all the time.
So that's what I told my husband, because he's a diabetic. And so, like, even his drinks, he wants to buy sugar-free or no sugar. I said, what the Valencia say? Didn't you say you might as well just drink the regular soda if you're going to drink a soda?
Right.
Don't be getting diet, nothing.
Yeah, don't do that diet stuff. Don't do it. Do it. Because you're pretty...
Valencia M, the next time that you bless us with your gift and your talent, I really would love for us to do that. I'd love for us to maybe just go to a grocery store or even if we just all take some of our favorite items and
That would be fun.
and we read the labels and
Yes. Oh
it
my
will
gosh.
change your whole world. It will make you not want to eat things that you had
Yeah.
eaten for years, like that you used to eat for years,
Yeah.
by just reading the label.
Yeah.
I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy.
That's crazy.
That's something that, like some of my clients, because of course I go to the natural food store that I always go to and take them to, and just do a tour of things and start like showing them, just because the front of it says healthy or I don't know, whatever it may have on there. You always have to turn it around and look at the ingredient list. And when those ingredients have natural flavors, or when you start getting into like stuff that you can't even pronounce, like that's just, you kind of have to, I'm telling you, like the first time that I went shopping after I changed my diet, it took me 2 hours. Oh my gosh. It was probably longer than that. And I went shopping today for the ingredients that we're using. Yeah. And I called my husband. I was like, I went in and I was out like in 10 minutes. He said, what?
Yeah, it was overwhelming when she took me the first time. I was like, I'm used to just going and putting stuff in my cart and keeping it moving.
But you know what's so crazy? It's like you don't even think about it. And even now, like as I'm sitting here looking at this box of this organic jackfruit, you got one that says no sauce. You got one that says unseasoned. Like you want to make sure that it has the least amount of that stuff in it, so
keep
that
it simple.
We can add. I mean, we just added all that good flavor that like.
Right.
I mean, I literally can smell it. Like
smells so good.
I smell it.
Smells so good. I'm waiting for this sucker to start boiling now. Come on.
Mine is boiling.
Is it? Well, then, so you want to put the lid on and reduce the heat. Okay. So we'll do like another, we'll do like 10 minutes or so for that. And then we'll go back to the jackfruit and start to separate it. But in the meantime, you want to put your quinoa on. So you have your quinoa, 1 cup of quinoa, and then your 2 cups of vegetable broth and water mix. So I'll do a cup of water and a cup of vegetable vegetable stock, and then put that in there and just let it boil. And so everything is like coming together at the same time.
To my back burner. I'm gonna let that on the back burner.
Yeah.
I got my lid on it. It's boiling a little bit, so I moved that to the back burner. And then now on the front burner, I'm gonna end up with I'm gonna start this quinoa. Lord help me.
Okay. Sounds good.
Come on.
It smells
my God, it smells so good.
I can't wait to taste it.
I can't either.
It really does.
It smells so good.
Listen, I am so excited to be trying different things and new ingredients that I can implement at home with my husband who has diabetes once again. And it is so crucial that we get healthy on the inside.
Yeah, for
so
sure.
that we can, All right.
Let me ask you a question, Vet, because I have, when it comes to food, I've always been like open to trying different and new things. But I know a lot of people aren't. Like a lot of people will turn their noses up, or if it's not something that they're used to, they're like, oh no, that's okay. So what made you start? I mean, other than the fact that she's violent and she probably bullied you, but what made you start? What made you willing to try different things? Try some.
Well, I'm a country girl through and through. So fat back, the grease, Crisco was one of my favorite ingredients. For real, Crisco. So what made me want to try different is actually having Valencia as my best friend and seeing the results.
Yeah.
Seeing the transformation from being, somewhat what you would call unhealthy or whatever, eating lifestyle to a healthy eating lifestyle, and the results from, eating that way.
Yeah.
So I've been able to actually you know, I'm a show me type of girl.
I got
You can't just tell me anything. So with that being said, I've seen the results just being here with her.
Yeah.
On,
No,
you know,
her, yeah. All right. So Val, I just added my vegetable broth. I added a cup of vegetable broth to the pot, and then you said I'm supposed to add a cup of water as well.
Yeah.
Okay, so I'm gonna add a cup of water.
I'll put some salt and pepper in this too.
Mm-hmm.
Salt and pepper in my water and broth mix.
Yeah.
Okay. So salt and pepper's here. Oh, sorry. Okay. Nothing.
What'd you say?
I was singing salt and pepper.
No, don't start singing that now. You didn't want to sing that with me last night. Don't go there.
All right. So we are getting it straight right now.
Yes, and it looks so. And that was another thing that we talk about also. Georgina is.
Wait, I'm sorry, but hold on a second, because I don't want to mess my quinoa up. So,
okay, go ahead, baby.
So I've got my broth and my water in the pot. I don't have quinoa in here yet. Am I supposed to?
Yeah, you're putting the quinoa in. You can put the quinoa in.
Put it in now.
Yes.
Put the quinoa in now. Okay. So it's funny, and I don't know if people have seen, but like quinoa, you can't probably see it.
It's like little beads. It looks like little beads.
Yeah, they're just like little kind of beads, I guess.
Yeah.
But it will cook up, obviously, to be larger.
All right.
So, okay. So what's my pan supposed to be on, Val?
I put it on medium high.
Okay.
And I'm drinking some champagne. Okay.
Champagne.
Just so y'all know. Because this is what we do.
While I'm trying to focus on this cooking.
Well, this is like me relaxing because I really enjoy cooking. So when I'm cooking, I have like a, glass of wine. I have my music going and, just enjoy the process of it all. The flavors, the smells, everything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, you know what I think is so funny that you're drinking champagne. One of the things that when we were in France, that I think we turned, like here people drink champagne on a special holiday,
occasions, yeah,
or a special occasion.
Yeah.
One of the things in their philosophy over there is that every day can be a special occasion or a holiday. So
I woke up today.
It could be Tuesday, right? I'm so blessed that it's Saturday. So how are you going?
I'm on JCBIY Events Talk Show with my babies, okay? My sissy and my best friend her, okay? So guess what? You is my bestest friend, okay? Listen, she's talking about Amber's my best friend, and she's my wife, okay?
Oh, good
Lord. You shut up.
The 90 publicly.
All right, can we get back to cooking, please?
With her.
Thank you.
I can't with her.
Can we get back to cooking? Okay.
Let's cook.
So what am I doing with this quinoa? And put it in this pot. What's it doing then?
So stir it up, like incorporate it all together.
Okay.
And cover it, right?
And then what?
Let it let it boil.
Let it boil.
Once
it boils. Do I need to put the lid on?
No,
Okay.
Once it boils, it's just like rice. The same way you do rice, you're gonna do this.
Okay, you get ready to judge me.
So, we're gonna talk about it.
What you gonna say?
We're gonna talk about it. What?
I've only made minute rice. Where you just like I don't.
I'm leaving.
Like Uncle Ben's in the minute, like in the bag. I just put the bag.
You get the bag. You get the bag. I'm shaking my head. I can't.
But that's why you're teaching me now. I'm gonna make my quinoa.
Yeah.
I did used to have one of those rice pressure cookers.
Ooh,
because I love my gadgets. I love purchasing gadgets.
Did you use it? Did you really use it?
I used it twice.
She used it twice.
1 minute rice?
No, or regular rice. I used it twice. But then I was like, I might just go back to my bag.
I can't. Oh my God.
Oh my goodness.
No.
So here's gonna be my suggestion to people when
her rice is probably all starchy and everything. She probably don't wash it and clean her rice or none of that.
Yeah. She's talking about you. Okay.
I
all right.
said, Don't come for me. I was very vocal. I was hosted up. It was sharing.
Come on, Salt. Come on, Salt.
This is a no judgment zone. This is a no
Yes,
judgment.
that's right. No judgment. No judgment. Okay.
No judgment zone.
She's doing wonderful now.
Oh,
I
Lord.
see it.
We all have special talents.
Yeah.
And my sister's special talent is helping me to elevate and step my game up. So.
And that's
Yes. All right, so I want you to taste it. I want you to taste it.
Oh, Lord.
So let's take a little taste of it, okay?
Yes.
Here, man, taste it.
Okay.
Just tell y'all, I think whatever y'all make it, like if anybody makes this dish, you need to have a tissue handy because this has got my whole sinus open.
Yeah.
I'm open.
The jalapeno is doing it. We need more salt and pepper?
Oh.
No? It's good? All right.
Wait, so what are you tasting? What are you tasting?
Just tasting the sauce.
Okay.
Or whatever comes up. Not the jackfruit yet, because what we're gonna do with that is pull it apart. So I don't want to get the jackfruit, but I wanted her to taste the curry, the actual curry.
So let me take the sauce a little bit here.
Go ahead. You say that when I tell you coconut. Oh my gosh, I love cooking with coconut.
I do too. I love
it.
Coconut.
Is so freaking
I've
good.
used the coconut milk before.
Oh my gosh, girl, it is so good. Yeah.
All right.
One of my favorite things. So that's kind of like where I am with curry. So I'll do Indian curry, Jamaican curry, or Caribbean curry. Like I just,
Okay.
Do you think you need any more salt or pepper?
I do.
Okay.
I think I need, but I don't know which one.
Right.
Mm.
Well, you can't.
Probably salt because I really didn't put any in.
So put a little bit in there.
I mean,
You
I
can't
didn't
take
see.
it back like Valencia said.
Yeah.
You can't take it back. You always add to. Yeah.
All right. So I'm gonna just do a little.
Okay.
It's got a little kick to it though.
Yeah.
Okay.
Oh, that's your brain.
All right. All right. So what am I doing with my quinoa now?
So now let's see. Is the quinoa boiling yet?
It's starting to boil.
All right. So let's give it one last stir.
Okay.
And we're gonna give it one last stir, and then put the lid on it and put it down. Okay.
All right. So let me tell you how I used to get my food to boil. Like if you had told me this, I would have turned it on high to like 9.
See,
and let
that's
it boil
how that's how Jabrea cooks. Yeah. She just came in, so I don't want to talk too loud about her.
Okay.
Okay.
You can tell that that's my darling child. Don't talk about my niece. Okay.
I'm gonna talk about her. Okay. That's how she cooks. All right.
We have a sense of urgency for things to be
Child. No, some
of
things you
urgency.
just got to be. Some things you got to be a little bit patient about. Okay.
No,
Just
sense
show a
of
little
urgency.
patience. Okay. All right. Well, listen.
All right.
That's
So
why
put my lid on now.
Yeah. Put your lid on. Turn it down to low.
Okay.
And we're gonna give that about 15 minutes. I'm gonna put the timer on just so that we don't go over that. Okay.
Okay.
So
we'll set the timer for 15 minutes, and then we'll come back to you good people at that point and let you see as our meal comes to a conclusion here. So, all right, Valencia M.
All right.
Okay, so we are back with Valencia M and our jackfruit coconut curry with quinoa.
Yeah.
So I shredded up my jackfruit using 2 forks and just kind of in the pot shredded up the chunks of jackfruit so I could have a little bit of a consistency where it's more shredded in there instead of the quinoa. And then the quinoa finished. I personally still felt like my quinoa needed a little bit more flavoring, so I added a little bit more salt and pepper.
Yeah, I put some more in mine too.
Yeah.
Yeah, I added a little bit more, and now we're finished. We are ready to eat. We've got
Ooh,
our
that looks good. That does.
Jackfruit coconut curry with a little quinoa on the side,
Yes.
where I can mix it all in together like this, and we are good to go.
Oh my God.
Mm,
Yeah.
exactly. Flavorful.
Okay. Very,
Flavorful.
very. Oh,
Flavorful.
my mouth is happy.
Nothing about this is bland. Nothing about this has any like. I mean, this is
My palate
this
is
is
just
good.
yummy.
This is good.
This tastes good.
This is a good one. And
Oh my God.
it really didn't take that long to make.
No, right. Right.
I also learned a lot of just about the flavorings and just, you know, different ways to be able to saute, like we were saying, how long it takes you to saute and things like that. And so I just encourage you guys, I'll let Valencia M finish, but I just encourage you guys to change your diet. If you are struggling with health related issues, if your joints are hurting you, if you are don't chalk it up to the fact that you're getting older and this just happens. Don't chalk it up to the fact that, oh, well, everybody in my family has high blood pressure.
Right.
Get these labels. You have the ability to change how you feel by changing what you eat, and this tastes good. So thank you.
Oh my God, that's so good. Yeah. And it's pretty.
Yeah.
It looks good. Yeah. I love curry. Like I love curry. The way it looks. Yes. The only thing I didn't do is have some like French bread or anything with it to sop it up a little bit. But
oh wait, I got a brioche roll. Can I use it?
Oh, you always got some bread.
You know,
Look, she got some bread.
You know, I keep bread handy.
I know.
I keep a roll handy.
Look at.
Listen, all you had to do was say it should be sourdough. Why sourdough though? Why is sourdough bread better for you?
Because it has a fermentation. It's like fermented. So it's supposed to be better for your gut. So that's really, if we're going to eat white bread, then that should be the only white bread that we eat. Okay.
Well, right now I don't have that, so I'm gonna put this little good old brioche roll in the oven and let it get toasty. And I'm gonna use this to sop up my sauce because I'm a sop.
Put some butter on it too now. Put some butter on it, okay? We're gonna do it. Like that. All right, go all the way. Go all the way.
But this was just
listen. We want you to believe in yourself. We want you to make changes that impact your life and impact the lives of the people that you love. You can't continue to eat like you don't give a damn about yourself. And so Valencia M says it all the time. Eat like you give a damn about yourself.
Yeah. This was great. I'm so happy that I could share this recipe with our viewers and each other, and I'm happy.
It was refreshing.
Refreshing.
Very, very refreshing. Yeah.
Tastes good.
All right.
All right, good people. We'll see you next time. Please make sure that you go and follow us on Facebook, JCBIY, which is John Carr Believe in You events on Facebook talk show. And then also please follow us on YouTube, subscribe to our page. Each and every Saturday, we post new videos, and we want to make sure that you guys get this information. We are bringing you people that are in our communities that are believing in themselves and walking in self-love. And if they can do it, so can you. We'll see you guys next week. Have a good one. Bye.
Bye.